Welcome to the MagiReco News. I'm Azaleas. I'm here to tell the news and do ball jokes. And I'm all about ball jokes. Our top story today. Much have we been baited, long have we waited. Azaleas activated. There is going to be a maintenance on the 30th, and on the 30th we're going to get the new content. Some of it is, actually, at the start of May there's going to be a shop reset. Who cares? More importantly, if we look at this, oh my god, what is that? What is that? That's a 5-star and double unlock for a character. For 2 characters? What? So yeah, both Ayame and Hazuki are getting their 5-star uncap and double at the same time. People have been waiting for the next uncap and they said, you know what, here's 2. So we're getting both of them. I'm gonna have to do a how good video on both of these. I haven't stopped making how good videos, it's been a while. But yeah, just a quick overview of these 2 characters. If you case you're wondering what has actually changed from them getting to 5-star, so Ayame is getting charged this damage up on Connect, and I think she's getting Ignore Defense on her Magia for 2 turns, which is okay. Hazuki, I think, gets an MP Restore to Self, I think it's to Self, yeah, on her Magia, so she can use Magia more often, okay. And she also gets a Defense Down debuff on her Magia against enemies. Okay, that's quite alright. So yeah, I'm gonna have to do a video on these. They're all right. It's maybe not so great because the stats are kind of terrible. I mean, you only get like 1000 attack from SE. That's terrible. It's some of the worst SE in the game. But yeah, apart from that, Hazuki is great. She's kind of an all-rounder, but yeah, she's all right. More importantly, though, that's not all you hear for that. This is the end of the story. But speaking about making news videos, I did make a news video about Scene 0, and I didn't make a news video about the gacha for the anniversary stuff right here, because I thought they were going to announce a new 10th anniversary unit that is gonna start during these draws, and I was gonna make a news video about that, but instead they were like, you know what, here's Scene 0, it's gonna happen at some point in the future. And at that point it was already too late to make a video about the anniversary, and I was like, yeah, fuck it. Anyway, moving on, the actual top story for today. What is that? Do you guys hear that? You guys also see my bald head? Do you guys hear that? I think that's Nanaka crying in the distance. Wow. It's Konohasu. It's Konohasu unit and Ayame as well. I mean, Ayame is also kind of there. If you see that, it's actually kind of a trio unit. This might be the first trio unit, at least unofficially, because you can kind of see from their attack animations that Ayame is going to be in there. Ayame is going to be in the attack animations, but she didn't make it onto the name. Like, she's not part of the name of the unit, right? She's also not standing on the field, because I guess there was no space for her. Also, another reason why she's not actually in the name for this unit is because she's kind of their pet rabbit, and pets don't get to be in the main billing. But yeah, we've got a Konohasu duo unit, trio unit, kind of. They're forest type. The next Kimochi, of course, is water. And just give a very quick overview. The next Kimochi is water, and is going to be weak to being inflicted with multiple status ailments. Keep that in mind. So what does this unit do? What does a Konohasu trio actually do? By the way, I also need to say this to all the shippers out there. Of course, to Hazuki, Konoha is family. He's like a sister to her, right? So they're basically family. But Nanaka is still her lover. Konoha is not part of that right there. She's not part of that ship. No, it's Hazuki and Nanaka. That's the true ship. They're the lovers. Konohasu, they're just family, right? And family is different, okay? I swear, the ship, the Nanaka and Hazuki, it's still alive. The ship is still alive. It hasn't sunk yet. Moving on though, what does this unit actually do? So they're Magia type with a bunch of attack, which is pretty darn good. They're gonna have a pretty good attack. What do? They heal on Connect. Weird. I guess it's part of Konoha's, but still, they're going to be a very offensive unit, and I guess they just randomly, among all of this offensive stuff, have a heal in there. They also give attack up, of course, and Excel MP up. Awesome. It's going to help with getting more MP out, because, of course, they're in Azaleas. They're triple Excel. What? No, amazing. Now, the Magia is really where the important stuff lies, because they're a Magia unit, they're triple Excel, they want to get to Magia. What do they do? What do they do with their Magia? Well, it's an AoE attack that applies curse to all units, that burns all enemy units, and it poisons all enemy units for 3 turns. That's 3 ailments. One of them is level 3 even. For 3 turns on all enemies. That's pretty darn fucking good if you want to apply many ailments to your enemies. And of course, something that you might want to know, actually before I go into the analysis for this, they also give themselves force attack up. I think on Doppel they might give it to all of them, and I think they've also mentioned that the Doppel might be attribute strengthened, which is even better against water. But yeah, so about these status ailments. Because an enemy can only take a maximum of 10,000 damage per turn from damage over time effects in total, that basically means that the curse alone is basically going to hit the 10k cap already, and the rest is nothing. And because curse is a level 3 status ailment, it's going to have all of these special effects that you would get from burn as well, and poison has no special effects, so that one's terrible. So if this thing had just a curse, it would basically be mostly the same, right? Like, curse already does everything these other do and better, and getting multiple of them does nothing. It does absolutely nothing. However, of course, there are some counter arguments. First off, specifically this Kimochi, they've said that the more ailments this Kimochi has, the more damage you do, right? So having multiple will actually increase your damage multiple times, which is great. So at least against this Kimochi. But outside of that Kimochi, let's say this Kimochi is over and you use this unit on any other quest. Then what does it do? Well, I guess sometimes maybe enemy units might have immunities, they might have status ailment resistance, right? And because of that, you're not going to hit all 3, but you may probably going to hit at least 1, right? Like, it makes it more likely that at least 1 is going to hit an enemy. So I guess that's still fine. And I mean, they give themselves force attack up, which is already pretty good, especially if you're fighting against water types and the Doppel really is attribute strengthened. Sounds pretty good. Of course, we're going to have to wait until they're fully released as a unit for me to actually make a video about that. Their active is also pretty darn good. So first off, this is a buff for everyone, which is pretty darn good. So what does it do for everyone? It gives everyone magic damage up to, which is like 7.5% or something. And it gives everyone, I think it's addict killer, like damage up against targets inflicted with status ailments. Addict killer is what it's called in short. They give everyone addict killer as well. They also passively have addict killer themselves 3. I think it's like 15% maybe. Addict killer is pretty good. They also have a chance to curse on attack, and they have a chance to poison on attack. So yeah, overall it looks pretty good. We also need to look at the rest of their spray enhancement, but yeah, overall they look pretty nice. There's also Memorial here. I didn't even look at this Memorial, not even once. I don't even know. Oh yeah, it is actually in the translated news. I didn't even check the news for the translated news for this Memorial because this whatever. What does it do? Guaranteed dazzle against a single enemy. Okay, and also gives addict killer to self for a turn, which is fine. It's gonna be one of those things that you probably will use against this next specific Kimochi, and then maybe not ever again. I think just the fact that the addict killer only lasts for 1 turn might not be enough. But yeah, I'm gonna go over this a bit more in detail on my video, or maybe not. I mean, there's not a whole lot to this one. And yeah, that's about that. One thing to note though is there is of course the event for this. The event. And the event, what is it about? It's about the Azaleas somehow like improving or evolving as Migoka or whatever. I don't know. We usually look what it's about. It's a branch event though. It is a branch event, which means you get to do stuff and get stuff. And in the shop for the branch event, look at what you have in the shop. You have Ayame in the shop. So first off, good job guys. Ayame is back in the shop. When I say back in, this is a new event, but she's in the shop. You can get her in the shop. Don't worry about that. And as it looks like on this screen, there's Hazuki as well. So it seems like Hazuki is also gonna be in the shop. I hope this is not a misprint and there's like a mistake, but I hope that she actually really is in the shop and you can get her from that. And which means that you could also get her on 4 slot, because you can just buy her slots with Destiny bottles and with Maga chips, so that's pretty good. So yeah, you can get both of these. Awesome. And yeah, apart from that, it's just a branch event. Here's some, the Gacha Memoria gives a bonus to drop rate, and there's this, like the free event Memoria that also gives bonus to drop rate. Awesome. And yeah, there's going to be a 2-parter, so first you're going to have 1 part, and then like a week later you're going to have the 2nd part, you know, standard branch stuff. I mean, we haven't had a branch event in a while, but yeah, that's that. So yeah, isn't that great? Isn't that great? We have waited so long, and we've finally gotten it. It made Nanaka really sad, but you know what, maybe in the event story, Nanaka is going to be there, and Hazuki is going to be like, actually, Nanaka, I do love you, but I also love my family, right? Not romantically, right? But like as a family, you know? That's why Konohasa is like... Thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button, ring the bell, and I'll see you guys next time.